Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Skywalker OG coming at you with some more Rise of Kingdoms action. Today, we are going to be showing you some of the 307 KVK Heroic Anthem action and talking about how we feel about Heroic Anthem. Since I have actually heard a lot of feedback about Heroic Anthem, I've heard and listened to a lot of players complain, I've heard and listened to a lot of players say good things, and overall, I would like to, shed my opinion on it as a low-end to moderate spender in the game. And I will explain that I did purchase the Mountain Warfare bundle all the way through one time. I purchased the, the Mountain Crusher or something like that, the double the crystal bundles every time they popped up. I believe they pop up pre every pass. I did not buy them after the King's Land passes, like after that bundle, because after King's Land we won the KVK and there was no point of getting it besides getting the rewards, which I already had the coins to get the rewards. So with that being said, that kind of gives you a range of how much I spent, and that will be able to let you know what kind of buff range I was running. I didn't have max tech, but it wasn't on the lower end. It was on like a medium tier end, but I was able to use my Pelagius Ethelfled, my Menace CC, my William Julius, my Babers YSG, some of these subpar commander pairings, and do very well. But the reason for that, guys, is when you're on the open field, you just have to pay attention to your marches. You don't want to send your 5 free-to-play marches or your 5 epic commander marches into a massive murder ball. If you're not running all legendary marches, you're not running all legendary gear, you don't want to go try to be that, hey, I'm the king of the castle, I'm about to go wreck all your troops, blah blah blah, that guy. You don't want to be the front line. You want to be the person that waits for your murder ball, your team to engage, and then come in after them while they're engaging, and you engage with the group. As soon as the enemy's group targets you with a few marches, you want to go ahead and pull off, let your teams beat them while they're trying to chase you down, and as soon as they pull off of you, then you turn around and pull and start targeting back onto them. That's exactly how you optimize your kills and your wounded in a KVK war. I know when you're the enemy and you're trying to hit a player that's doing this, it is very frustrating, but that is the proper way to fight. If you're not spending a lot of money, you don't have a lot of resources, you're not the infantry player, you're not the tank, you need to be paying attention to your marches, and you need to make sure that you're drag and dropping off of the enemy whenever they start swarming you. There's absolutely no point in staying whenever your march is 5-10 times surrounded. You're just going to get walloped no matter. Realistically, you're going to get walloped even if you have amazing gear. But when you're on the lower end, you definitely want to make sure that you're not getting swarmed, because you're definitely going to get walloped and smashed and destroyed. But like I said, if you do that, you don't have to be an amazingly high spender to be able to open field and be able to fight on this level. And I mean, I'm in an Imperium Kingdom, we're versus Imperium Kingdoms, you see their murder balls, you see ours. There's not an insane difference of troops, it's just the fact of how I'm moving my marches and how I'm fighting to be able to get my kills, and gain the value off of the loss of my troops as opposed to the enemy's troops. That's all you need to do when you're on the open field. You need to just pay attention. It's all about paying attention and targeting the right marches. If you can do that, you can get positive traits. You don't have to have this amazing tech or this max tech, and you don't have to spend all this money and all this other nonsense that I keep hearing about Heroic Anthem, where you can't fight if you're not spending money, or free to play is going to get completely smashed, or low spenders are going to get completely smashed, there's no room for them on the field. I think that's completely unnecessary. I think that as long as you pay attention to your marches, you'll still be fine, and you'll still have an amazing amount of fun, especially since that Lilith gave us half of our troops back that die. That even makes up for, the mistakes of you going underneath the flag getting dead, or you actually take a dead on the open field, or you just lose a lot of troops in flags or in rallies, you get half of those troops back. So it's not as punishing as the rest of these KVKs. So I think, honestly, with all of those aspects, it's very well balanced, and I think that everyone's able to fight, and I think that everyone should fight, and it's a fun event. Now, on the Heroic Anthem tech itself, I do believe that the buffs that the tech gives is astronomically too high. I do think that the buffs need to be reduced. I do think that the crystal cost per research needs to be reduced. All that stuff is just ridiculously high for a low spender or a free-to-play player, and I'm not gonna lie, it does take away a lot of the fun of the game whenever you know that the opposition has that much more of an advantage on you whenever you are that solo march going out there trying to fight. Now, like I said, you need to remember that it's your whole kingdom. You need to go with your allies. You need to team up, such and such. But still, everybody still wants that fun. Everybody still wants to be able to do their own thing. And whenever the buffs are just that astronomically different and that far apart, it's just impossible to be able to go out there and have fun. Even with like a free-to-play going out to fight with a moderate spender, the moderate spender is just going to crush him with his HA tech. Like, the buff difference is insane on this tech. Like, I mean, if you get caught off territory on here, you can be zeroed within 15 minutes, even if you're a 200 million power player. Like, it is insane. It's just the buffs are insane in Heroic Anthem. They need to be dialed back a little bit. I know a lot of players complain that the tech goes away. I have no problem with that. I think that if they reduce the costs of the tech and they reduce the buffs, I think the tech going away is a fine deal because of the tech donations being exactly how you get rewarded and how you can get your KVK coins. I do believe that that is a good system. I actually like that system. I don't think that it should stick, because if it sticks, guys, you're looking at something that's really going to unbalance the game. It's going to change the game forever. You're going to have insane tech. You're going to start, if they start letting tech like this stick, you're going to start getting T7, T8. Like, the tier troops that are going to come out of this and the amount of buffs that are going to come out of this are going to unscale the game. It's going to scale the game up so high in the spenders category that no free to play, no moderate spender, no low spender is gonna play this game. I'm telling you. It happened in multiple games before, except for they did it with the gear. On games that I played, they did it with the gear. They buffed up the gear. They sold new gear that had twice as much value on buffs than the last set of gear. And then all the pay to win just bought the gear straight out, and the difference was insane because you're spending $2,000. They were spending $2,000 at the time in this game to get all the legendary set of new gear, but they're getting twice the amount of value than the free to play, and the free to play is not even able to reach one piece of that gear within the next 3 or 4 months. Like, once that starts happening, guys, that's insane. Like, no free to play is gonna come out here and fight you on the field. We don't want this tech to stick. I think that is a terrible decision. I think that the tech needs to go away after each KVK. But like I said, they need to reduce the costs, reduce the buffs, and I think that will balance out the KVK tech. The reward system, I think, is fine on the skins, on these legendary skins, because some of these legendary skins were done during Zenith of Powers and during certain events that we were commercial to. They were advertised to us as a one-time only thing. Like, you can only get it if you did this event, you competed in this event, and people spend a lot of money for that. So I don't completely agree with them being able to get them in one KVK. I do believe that it should take you a little bit more of a grind to be able to get it. I don't think that those skins need to be reduced on their cost per se, but I do think on the equipment and the materials and things like that, I do think that they need to be reduced on how much coins cost per rewards. That system can be rethought and reduced. Like I said, I don't think the legendary skins do, because those were a one-time offer thing. They shouldn't, to me, honestly, they shouldn't even be available. I'd be completely pissed if I went and bought a freaking new Bugatti that was, this Bugatti will only be sold, only 100 of them will be sold up until, you know, whatever, this is an anniversary car, and they'll never be sold again. You gotta get it. It's $1 million, and then 2 years later they're like, oh yeah, you can get that same Bugatti for, you know, $350,000. Yeah, bro, you know how pissed I would be. I mean, it's essentially the same thing. It's just not the same price scale, you know. Some of these players spent $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on that skin, to where now we only got to spend $1,400 and 1 KVK, max out our tech, and then spend another 100, 200. Boom, we got it in the next KVK. 2 KVKs. Whoop-de-doo. That's not too expensive in my opinion. On something like that, even for a free-to-play, you could grind it in your first KVK, get enough coins to where, and it will roll over to your next KVK, and then grind halfway through KVK, and you'll still be able to get the skin. Obviously, you won't be able to get the equipment as well, but you'll still be able to get the skin. So I think that the skin price is a very balanced system, but I think the gear does need to be reduced. And that would definitely help out a lot of the free-to-play and moderate spenders. And I think that's something that Lotus should look into and adjust. And then once they do all those things, honestly, guys, I think that Heroic Anthem is and will be one of the best KVK cycles, because this cycle, this setup is amazing. I love this format. It was intense. It was fun. You got to fight all the time. There was no lack of fighting. There was always an enemy you can go through the pass, and they're right there to fight you. There's that chance that you can even be dropped in the starting zone with a kingdom that you just don't like, and you start having a freaking war right there inside of your starting zone. I mean, the options and the ideas and the versatility of Heroic Anthem is insane and immense. I love it. I completely love Heroic Anthem, but I do think it needs to be dialed back a little bit on the cost point, and I do think that as a consumer myself, I do feel like it is a little bit of a slap in the face that they put up this Heroic Anthem event and basically said, hey, you have to spend this money to get this tech, and if you don't get this tech, you're not going to be able to get rewards. Because if you don't spend the money and you don't level up that tech, you really don't get any rewards. And if you don't spend any money at all, it is insanely hard to be able to do your tech, because you need to spend at least that, what is it, the $5 or $10 little bundle, so you can get the daily crystals plus the boost to your crystal mining. Without that, you're gonna get so far behind. You're literally gonna get left behind in your tech. That's that $5 or $10, whichever that little bundle is, how much it is literally a 50% boost to your freaking crystal production. Like, it's gonna make an insane difference, just that little bitty bundle compared to a free to play, to a player that's worth or willing to spend the $10. So they definitely need to make some adjustments, and I think that it would be completely fine. For the rest of this video, guys, I'm actually gonna just let you enjoy the open fielding, the fights. I'm not gonna sit here and yap off. I said my points. I said what I think needs to be adjusted. I've obviously made my points about open fielding, my feelings about it, and how players should open field. Like I said, you should always stay with your group, especially if you're a low spender. You don't have the best of marches. You need to stay with your group. Don't get surrounded. Once you get targeted by multiple marches, pull back. Let your tanking marches in the front take the damage, and then come back and engage until you start getting swarmed again, then shuffle back again. Yeah, I know, it's annoying. It's like doing the freaking tango on the open field when you got people shooting at you, but it's got to be done, or else you're going to get clapped. I said my thoughts on H.A. I really loved it. I really enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to bring you more 307 KVK action. I believe we are going to be doing Strife next. I'm not sure. I'm not really into any of the what's what in the the leadership circle there, so I don't know if they're able to select a different KVK or if they would select a different KVK or what all that is. So stay tuned, guys, for more of that action, and we will definitely cover it. I know we have a couple YouTubers in 307, so you will definitely be able to get plenty of action from Boburitos' channel, my channel, Dragothian's channel. We will definitely have this action for you from 307, because I know a lot of the community wants it. I know a lot of the community needs it, and I know that it is amazing fun when we have a good KVK in 307. And yeah, until next time, guys, I hope you liked the video. I hope you enjoy it. Peace.
soleil, pas de 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 soleil,
As always, guys, it's been a lovely time. I hope you liked the video. I hope you guys leave a comment and let me know if you enjoyed it, what kind of content you would like to see. Leave me a like, subscribe, maybe share it. Until next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and peace out.